is Monique's story because Monique is out here yet again going in on Tyler Perry, and now it's just giving the girl who cried wolf, it's giving like a hit dog holler, and I think at so many points people just sick and tired of Monique and her damn buffoonery. So let's get into her. So just when you thought Monique was done airing out her grievances, the veteran comedian actress returned with another heated tirade against Tyler Perry. So she went and did a interview with fellow comedian Rodney Red Grant. She shared why she and her husband, Sidney Hicks, believe that Perry's character Madea is far better human being than he is. So, of course, I do have a clip, courtesy of the Art of Dialogue. Shout out to them. And I want to play all this clip, and then we'll come back and talk. Please hold.
I'm not difficult to work with. I'm just not going to put up with no foolishness.
Right.
And it's not that I'm not going to let you treat anybody else bad that we're playing with. So I think that the misconception came from Tyler Perry. I'm not trying to dress it up. I'm too damn grown to be scared to say it out loud. But when that brother says, oh, she's difficult to work with, well, people ran with that. And it affected my career for 12 years on, oh, she's difficult. But what I will say, people that have worked with me, nobody has ever said, oh my God, she's difficult to work with. And Tyler Perry ass ain't never worked with me. So go figure that out. Okay then, Red Grant.
Well, we're here now. Forget it. We're here now because he said something recently and you addressed the situation and I felt you. You know what I mean? Because I just don't like, I don't want to call whatever, what I don't want to get a part of, but don't be hypocritical in situations, right? And you talked about that. What made you react like that?
Angie Stone was a warrior. Angie Stone was a fighter, baby. And to watch that man up there be hypocritical over top of my sister, no, sir. You cannot do that because if it was the other way around, I know my sister would have done the same damn thing. It's like what you will not do is be a wolf in sheep's clothing. I won't allow that, Tyler Perry. So, and when people say he does such nice things for people, he does. But he's going to make sure you damn sure know about it. He's going to make sure you knew. Okay, then, Red Grant, we knew he had Whitney Houston on the plane. We knew he paid for the girl's house when it burned down. We knew he left a $3,000 tip. It's like, listen, when you do things from here, that's between you and the universe. So, and let me be clear.
Yeah, and it talks about that in the Bible too. It talks about don't do for people and then brag on it. Like that's supposed to be something that you do, and God, that's you and God.
And so, let me be clear. As I've always said, me and my husband love Tyler Perry as we love Oprah Winfrey. They're our brother and sister, or they may be our sisters, however you see it. Okay. However you see it, because if he has on the dress, he's my sister. When he puts on the damn pants, he's my brother. But however, Madea is a far better human being than Tyler Perry.
So yeah, I just wanted to get to that part so that we can pause it there. And you want to know something? I know in so many ways, a lot of people could sit up here and say, you know what, Monique, get over it, sour grapes, you keep harping on this whole situation. And in so many ways, I could agree. But when she was saying all the other stuff they were saying up and down, I'm like, you know what, you got a point. Like, it feels like Tyler Perry was trying to use this moment as a way to make it more about him than it was about Angie Stone. When they bring up things about, oh yeah, he went and paid this amount of money for this person. He went and bought this person a house. He went and did this good deed for somebody. You don't need to be shouting your stuff in the rooftop. Real people that be out here balling and doing stuff for people, I don't go, like when I do things for people, I don't go around and make a big deal out of it. I don't go around and shout it from the rooftops. I know a lot of people that do. And when they do that, the way I look at them, I'm like, you a fake ass bitch. I don't trust you. I feel like you doing this because you want sympathy, you want clout, you want brownie points, you want all those things. And I feel like if you're going to do something out of kindness of your heart, when I do things for people, I'll just do it for them. But I don't sit and brag about it. I don't bring it up to people. Like even when I go over and I do things, subtle things, so like family, friends, whatever, I don't make no big deal about it because I don't expect that things need to be, shouted for the rooftops. I don't need a foghorn to let everybody know and roll down my resume. I don't, because I'm like, what satisfaction do I get out of that? What applause or accolades? I don't care about all that stuff. I don't care about the pomp and circumstance. I don't care about all the shit. I just do what I do. And so when you balling and you got the money or whatever, that's great. But you don't have to go around and try to act like, well, what is this? You want to brag about this because this is going to be your little tax write-off? It's like, yeah, I did this deed. I did this. I did that. I got the plane for Whitney Houston. I did this thing. And I went and I was Pastor Perry at the funeral. And it's just like, okay. So you up in there trying to act like you TD Jakes in front of all these people at her eulogy because secretly you want to be a pastor. You want to be Hezekiah Walker. Miss Mamas, and I did find that funny where she said, when he's Tyler Perry, he's my brother. When he is Madea, he's my sister. I was thinking like when they said on Driver Sister. So look, I totally understand it, but of course, people in the comments had this to say. So because it never fails when people get on the line and just gotta say what they gotta say. So now, one person said, Monique, we get it, but we tired. Another person says, somebody shut her up, please. Another person said, Nikki Parker is far better human being than Monique. Ooh. Another person said, done with her after using someone death to attack someone. Now I see why. At first I didn't. So yeah, now a lot of people are talking about because when you went and Tyler Perry did his little eulogy for Angie Stone, she decided to jump on social media and do a whole little poster video, also attached it with audio of him, of them recording a conversation between her, Sydney, and Tyler over the whole thing where she was being blackballed to Hollywood, and basically caught him online saying, like, in so many ways, I guess, he's over here pushing out this narrative about her that wasn't true. So now, of course, with you going on every story or every channel you could think of and constantly talking about Tyler Perry, people feel like, you know what, now you're difficult to work with. You are being difficult. Or like any other time or any chance you get, you keep harping on Tyler Perry and things about him and trying to hold this mirror to the hypocrisy. But people aren't going to want to hear it. You could be totally right in how you feel in the situation. There's going to be people, unfortunately, that just believe him until years from now. They're always going to look at it as like, you know what, Monique, you was right. That's why I said at this point, just, you're not going to get this apology from this man. So let it go, move on. I don't know if necessarily that she is 110% blackballed, but she has done things since. She was just in that movie that was on Netflix that was directed by Lee Daniels. Now, in regards of whether or not she hasn't worked since, we really haven't seen Monique in a lot of stuff. So hopefully, just move on from this. Just go in, try to do your acting thing or whatever, your stand up, whatever it is that you plan on doing down the road. Maybe you need to do a podcast. I don't know. But figure out something. Just focus on your money and your family and just move on from this stuff, because now it's just like, yeah, it's just coming across as like you just whining and complaining. That's what it just feels like at this point. So I say all this to say, what do you guys think of this story? Do you agree with Monique still going off on Tyler Perry? I mean, it was funny what she said in a way, but or do you feel like she should just let it go and move on? It's like, you're not going to get that apology that you want so bad from him. He's not going to give it to you. He has way too much money, way too much power, too many industry friends that teeter in his direction. And it's just like, just go off and just, you know what? There's always going to be assholes that you're dealing with in this industry. Just go about your business is all I got to say. So let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.